Hello, going to the Alpha Trading Discord. Let's see what the hell is up here. Ding ding. Let's see. I'm going to share my screen over here. Which one am I going to share? I'm going to share the VRE with normal Laplace distribution levels overlaid on it. That's right. That's what I'm doing.
Hello there.
Yo. Yo, yo, yo. Let me see here. Oh, nice. Just looking in the chat. Looking in the chat. Yeah, we're just sixing. Missing all the fun. Oh, nice. Looks like old Rapping Carrots has got a nice little property like me. That's right. Smack, smack.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, he's good with the questions, man. It's good. Learning.
Yeah, that's how you learn. I don't know. Maybe we should put out an announcement. That's how you learn. You ask questions.
Yeah, right.
Jeez.
I think we say it enough. But he's a good demonstration of it.
But
P-Funk and HudSpy, all these guys.
Yeah.
They learn in Africa. You know.
Yeah, man.
They've been doing that since they started, and they all learn.
Yep. They do. Indeed. Indeed. Oh, let's go up here onto, let's say, the weekly chart on Bitcoin. What's happening? Oh, so close to the target. What is happening? Is this baby going to hit today? High probability. Just, is it going to stop there? Right? That's a question. That's how we use our workflow here at Alpha Trading. Is it going to stop at the target? Right? Weekly wave trend right here, 25.5. Been talking about it for a while. Get outside the power mean band. You're going to come back. You're going to at least test the power mean. Returns mean revert, right? These aren't moving averages like everybody's favorite little traditional TA indicator, the super puppy guppy, or whatever the hell it's called. Those are lagging indicators, friends. We're going to talk about this every day. It's in some fashion, right? It's
rainbow bag, the ribbon thing.
Yeah. You're a ribbon thingy dingy. Well, these are power means. And when price action follows returns, you need a nice set of power means. So we created a band for you, right? It's a great indicator, actually, UPM. It's got 5 different plots and the band. I mean, you can set this thing up so many different ways. It's ridiculous. This is what I have found the most useful. Indeed. And it's very useful. It's very useful when you learn how to use it. So yeah, the target of 25.5, it's getting closer. Is it going to hit today? I believe so. I'll show you why. Down here on Bitcoin, let's give Bitcoin its own stage, I dare say. Oh, interesting. So I already ran a second support level on the daily, right? First, send some wicks into the first support level. Pulled up, rejected off the bottom side of the 68.3, which let's start from the beginning of the day. Let's not slight this lovely little thing. So yesterday, end of the day, right? Bears push it down. Why? To close underneath the daily range. Close underneath the daily range. Look at the daily range sitting right on the top side of the 68.3 Laplace. When you got your wick up into this, this is one of the most no-brainer scalps that you can literally see, right? All the way down, you get a wick into the first support level. Me, I would have taken profit at the bottom side of the 68.3 Laplace, the white cross line. I would have front run it a little bit. You can see the first standard deviation, probably about 20, 30 bucks above it, it looks like. What is it? Let me see here. Actually, a little more than that. No, it was about 16. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, about 30 bucks. Probably would have. I usually like to push a little higher, maybe about 50. Front run. Make sure you get that profit, right? Then it finds a little support right there on that first support level, but rejects on the bottom side of the 68.3 Laplace right to first 15-minute candle, right? After you drop down below that level, goes straight through the first standard deviation, pulls back up and closes above it. Then you get the candle move down to the second support level. trying to find some support. So now pretty much this data set is in between this first weekly support, or no, that is a second support level on the weekly. My bad. Let me make sure. Pretty sure it's right. Yep, second support level on the weekly. To be honest, caught the bears off guard here, right? Ran it right through there. Usually you're going to see some action around these levels, which you're rejecting on it right now. So where's this 25.5 level at on the distribution today? It's going to be on a 4-hour candle. Let's see. 95.4 Laplace, 25.48. Let's see. Second standard deviation, 720. It's going to be... There's 99.7 Laplace. And that is on this 4-hour candle, right? Here's the third support level on the daily volatility range, 25.645. I mean, if this thing really starts moving, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, we could go down. Here's the bottom of the range, folks. 25.335, right? For the weekly volatility range. So how many times have you seen a data set close outside of these ranges? Not very often, man. Not very often at all. You had SPY do it the other week, but like 3 15-minute candles before the close, pulled back up above it. Close enough. You're going to see that happen, right? The data set is not going to close outside of it. The bears ran it back down on SPY. We could go look at it, but I'm sure everybody remembers that day or that week. So yeah, so this being the bottom of the range, interesting. I mean, I see this thing spilling out. Let's see. We're going to hit this wave trend. There's just no doubt. Already on its way. Look at the weekly volatility. You're getting expansion everywhere negatively correlated. Interesting. This is a weekly time frame. Here's the 5-day. And this is, so if we get a wick, look what it's holding on to right now on the 5-day. 99 log MA. So when I see this, when's this 5-day candle? 3 days, huh? We get a wick. Here's the wave trend on the 5-day, a little deeper into the power mean band too. I actually like this level a little bit better. This will really take care of some longs too. You move down to 24.8 area. I like that a little better. Just put a little more hurt on them, right? Let them learn about leverage the hard way. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Do I find joy in it? I do. I'm going to be honest. You want to go out there and be irresponsible and not understand how to trade? Use this leverage. You deserve everything you get. Yep, everything. Let's see. Celebration of the Indy 500 coming up. I got my pit jersey on. That's right. If you've never been to a Indy 500, boy, you're missing out, man. It's an incredible event. Incredible event. I haven't been in a few years. Going this year. You can bet that. Not going to miss it. So yeah, a wick down to this 5-day wave trend. I could see that. Now this is a reverse wave trend too, if you're listening for the first time. Reverse Fisher, reverse wave trend. The other dotted line down here, that's the 33 power mean. And it's right down here at the bottom. Boy, they're going to get nasty. They could get nasty. What's that at on the weekly? You're way at the bottom of the power mean band. Boy, that's back below 20K. Could it happen? Guys, anything could happen in Bitcoin. That's why we use weekly time frames. Look, I'm looking for real support levels, right? Where this data set's going to move to. That's the only, it's not like I'm trading this weekly. Jump all the way to a daily here. See what this thing's breaking into. Fisher, huh? 20, a little under 26. Yeah, very interesting. I mean, if it's going to hit those levels, it's going to bust through this on the daily. This power mean band slipping bullish or bearish. 4-hour though, we are going to be probably way outside this power mean band. And so I'm looking for this target to hit first. This is what's crazy about Bitcoin though. I mean, on this 4-hour, you're about to see if this thing will populate for me. You get outside the power mean band at some point, you're going to retest the reverse wave trend. Just like these 2 wicks right here. Then, wow. Let's see here. Man, look at the wave trend. Boy, it's dropping hard too. So my question is, and this is what you're going to have to see using said workflow, when? Because this can come up and test the bottom side of the power mean band and reject, right? I've seen it happen. Loves the wave trend though, really does. So when's it going to come back up on the 4-hour and test? Personally, I don't think it's going to happen before we hit these levels. But then that could be the bounce, right? And then another wave trend test. Go down here to look at some divergence here, and we're building it. Fact that cross the zero mean or right here, and you're not getting a very big move. You only got one fisher up, I guess two fishers are up. There is bull div, man. I'm not gonna lie. There's bull div on the Z score. There's bull div on returns oscillator. When look, low length volatility is contracting, positively correlated. 981's expanding, negative, sloping, negatively correlated. 2400 flat, negatively correlated. So short term definitely looks down, coming out of the trend. It is coming out of the trend though. So are we going to as this goes back into a random walk? Is it going to continue to dump, or is it going to go back into trend and stay to the downside? That's what the colors are on the line on the bottom here. This is our predictor model. I mean, all you got to do is look. It's a champ. It's a champ indeed, man. Really works well, especially when you understand how to use it with volatility and entropy, and you know there's a div play coming. So why somebody asked a good question yesterday. It's like, yeah, this is all good. You know, I hear you, but yeah, when? How do you know about the div play? It's tricky. You got to know what you're doing. You see the div building on the low time frames. Are you having an occurrence on the volatility? Is volatility crashed, right? What's happening with volatility? What's happened with entropy? Is it in a random walk? What are the fishers doing? Right? All this works together. All this works together. It's not like I just like looking at a fancy chart. No. And it's not overkill. I hear some people sometimes say, oh my God, that's just a lot of noise. It's like, yeah, it's a good noise though. You're used to using crappy indicators that are lagging. And so you got just 10 million piles of them on your chart. Of course, it's going to be annoying and not give you any credible information at all, unless you like lagging indicators. If you do, hey man, you continue. There's nothing to see here. You're never going to hear us beg you to come trade the VEPS, right? We need all that liquidity on the other side of our trades, because it really doesn't matter. And the fact that we teach people this information freely, you don't have to pay for education, right? We even give you a free trial to come try this stuff out. We've got a free chart that a new guy is diving into. There's nothing that makes me more happy than when somebody dives into the basics, right? They're not itching to get to this stuff yet. They want to learn the basics. And that free chart, the basic one, volatility starter, it's really good because it's got the AOR on there, alpha laser returns. It'll give you a little idea about the divergence between price action and returns. Then it's got, volatility. It's got volatility. It's about all you need to start.
Yeah, he's demonstrating that, as I always say, you can easily use that free chart to make serious bank if you know what you're doing.
Sure can.
And day one of his learning and practicing to use it. I mean, I don't want to say numbers or anything, but if you're in the public chat, you see what he's been doing. Pretty sick for a day one trader, I gotta say. Very mad respect.
Yeah.
And just from learning and asking questions and being super engaging in that. So that simple chart is no joke. That thing is a serious and powerful tool.
Yeah, for sure. Indeed. So we got literally, there's a bunch of hidden bears setting up. I mean, we got bull div on the 4-hour. But like I said, this thing crossed. You didn't get a nice big. You didn't even get a candle backfill on that. No, not digging. You're even getting a little bit of positive correlation. So I'm not saying this thing could get a quick pop. I mean, if this thing quick pops up to, like $600-700, test the power mean band before it rejects and goes down to those levels. Yeah, good. Get some shorts liquidated. I mean, guys, what are we waiting for if we're wearing short pants? Take your profits. Don't just sit in these trades. Bitcoin will take your money from you. Guarantee it. Happens every day. Every day somebody's out there getting liquidated, getting the profit taken from them. But I was winning the trade. Yeah. Well, why didn't you take your profit? Well, you're bragging somewhere. Hey, guys, look at the trade I'm in. Woohoo! It's really good. We've all heard this before, right? If you're in several crypto discords or whatever, you know exactly what I'm talking about. People love to brag about good trades. Then something, the volatility happens and you don't hear a peep out of them. Yeah, probably didn't take your profit. Probably didn't take your profit, which is sad. Really is sad. And we got some new goofy YouTube Jimmy out there teaching people how to be emotionally attached to their trades. I mean, oh boy, you guys out there watching all these goofballs on YouTube, right? I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. You can't tell somebody you're in a cult when they're in a cult. They got to figure it out themselves. And what's the best way for people to learn? Just getting beat up, man. Just getting beat up.
Emotional damage.
Losing money. At some point, you're like, man, this really sucks. This really sucks. And a lot of the time, people aren't taking profits. People aren't limiting their losses. That's a massive problem. And they are emotionally attached to their trade. I'd love to have a debate with this goofball on YouTube about being emotionally attached to trades. I mean, I'll bury him where he stands in 5 seconds. Like, what are you teaching these people?
People interested in what kind of razor blade he uses to shave his head, you know? I mean, probably get more useful insight from that.
Right. For sure. For sure. That's how it rolls. It's pretty crazy, man. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, meanwhile, that guy. I mean, people like that. All they want is they just want your affiliate click. They want your money. They want you to buy their super expensive courses.
Yeah.
They're super expensive indicators that aren't worth a darn. They want everything money. They want to liquidate you just like the exchanges do. 100%. Yeah. Like they do not care if they're setting you up to fail. They just don't. They view everybody as a sucker. And I say that carte blanche at all of them. And I challenge any of them to prove me wrong. And I know there's a few good ones out there, at least good in their intentions. So they don't want people to necessarily get hurt, but they don't know any better, so they're teaching garbage, and that's effectively the same thing. If you don't know any better, you should stop and learn a better way. If you do know better, shame on you, because you're just helping people get wrecked and you're hurting them, and it's just a terrible thing to do. What? That's why we're here to change that.
Well, yeah, 100%. I'm just noticing something here on the 90-minute chart. Number one, volatility has fallen off a cliff. I mean, off a cliff. Zeros from 83 percentile. Zoop, nothing. When's this candle close? 13 minutes? What time is it? Imagine that. You guys ready to party? Right. Yeah, it closes right at the market open. So what am I looking at here? I'm looking at some hidden bears setting up from the top of this data set. Now look, if this, because look, it contracted, fell off a cliff, negatively correlated. If this expands and this correlation breaks positive on the low length, look, you already got the 981 expanding positively correlated. 2400 is expanding negatively correlated. That's okay for short term, right? This thing could pump is what I'm seeing. If this runs up to like, what's the bottom power mean band on the 90 here? Yeah, 26.6. I mean, guys, we're talking like $200. This thing runs up $200 and rejects off the bottom side of the power mean band, and you see the returns oscillator turn down with that hidden bear. That could be the signal right there. Look, the predictor is flipped on the 90-minute going into a random walk. This is tricky right here. Because the div hasn't, it's setting up. That's all it's setting up. 2 spots too, right? From right here and from right here. Even if you get to the bottom power mean band, it's still in rejects, you're still going to have 2 spots of hidden bear. All the fishers are up. Let me see here. What's the variance going to do? Well, guess what? Let's cut that in half and go to a 45. C-score on the rise. Yeah, I mean, you've already got the 45-minute turning down on hidden, man. You've already got the 45 turning down on hidden. Look at this point, right? Look at this point back here. Higher highs, right? Even right here, higher high from this point, which was a rejection off the zero mean. This is a perfect area. This is a perfect point of divergence for this. Look at the 45 getting ready to cross the zero mean here. When's this thing? Yep, closes right when the market opens too. Volatility's expand. What? What's a bad read here? What's happening with this correlation coefficient on the low length? Look at the slope. Why is it pink? Why is it pink? Very interesting. That should not be pink.
Oh!
Yeah, that's right. What the heck, man? I have to say I have not seen that. I have not seen that. This is all about this. All this is a slope, right? The line, just letting you know when the slope changes. This slope is up. I'm not blind. Well, I am a little blind, but you blow this up, man. What's happening here? Why is that sucker pink, man? The questions in life. Dad, why is that pink? I don't know, son.
Did you change the color?
No, I mean, look. No. I haven't changed anything. Have not changed a thing. That's just, it's got to be some weird data thing or something, because that is not correct.
I bet if you change the time frame back and forth, it can even affect it.
Yeah, let me see. Let me go to a 90 and then flip back to a 45. Yeah, somehow it got stuck on there. Because that's all that is. That's all the line is. And you don't even have to have that turned on, but I like it. I like to see the slope. Now go back to a 4. No, man, it's still like that. That is really weird. Oh, well, I'm not going to sit here and just over it. It'll whatever's happening, work yourself out.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, watch when this crosses the zero mean. Could get a little down move here. The guys, we're not far either from that target. What, $800? Little 15-minute candle flush. Let's see the 33.
What was that pink on, the 525 or something else?
525. Or wait a minute. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 525. Yep.
Yeah. So mine on the volatility starter chart that I have it on, it's a negative rising.
Yeah, I wonder why.
It's a positive slope on a negative correlation. It's pink. It's significantly pink, the negative correlation, but it's rising out of the bottom. So.
Yeah, it's a trip, man. I wonder if this is showing us something new.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on the night. What are you on the 45 minute?
Yeah, 45 minute, man. That's a weird read.
Yeah, dude. I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, it's. Yeah,
So I'm like, what are you doing here? You showing us something new? Showing us, hey, this thing's gonna dump like crazy.
Right.
We're just gonna stay negatively correlated. We don't care what's happening.
Yeah.
2400 is expanding a little bit. It's kind of flat, negatively correlated. I mean, 981's expanding positive. Yeah, but the reads could look at the candle, right? You're getting this expansion. It's saying it's negatively correlated. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to work on that. We'll see. See if it changes when the slope changes again to the downside. What happens? So this is what the 33 minutes doing, right? It's not going back up to the wave. There was a wave trend right there. It's just bouncing off the power means. It's going to go back down. Is it? A little bear div right there. Blow this up, you can really see it, right? You got higher highs. Then you got a lower high crossing the zero mean. That's why we're getting these candles. No correlation. It was positive right when it did it. Now, yeah, it lost its correlation though. Total random walk on the 33. So probably look for that to just roll right up into the 45. Yeah, it's almost totally random. Bugging me. That read's bugging me. Hold on. I just found another one right here on the 33 minute. What the heck, man? Is this something we've never seen before? Am I losing my mind? Okay. We'll have to, that's interesting, man. That is interesting indeed. Right when I start to try to look, I find another, which is fine. It's all good.
I'm gonna go with mind being lost is not mutually exclusive to this event.
Yes. Volatility really low on the 33 minute too. Real low. Not like the 90 that has literally fallen off a cliff. Right? 85 read, Zippo. Grades at 0, 525 length of volatility is 0. And the 2400 is expanding, negatively correlated. I'm telling you, man, this move's going to come in hot. This move's going to come in hot. What's SPY doing pre-market? I know the dollar's running, right? Dollar running a little bit. Let me put this on traditional because we're about to pop over there. SPY, where are you pre-market? Up, huh? Interesting. Uh-oh, we got a good trade coming. You see what I'm saying, right? Look where the data set closed yesterday. Everybody pay attention here. Look where the data set closed, right? Where do you think this daily range is going to be? This thing gapped up. It didn't gap up through the daily. The daily range is going to be inside the weekly. Wait a minute, man. Let me get my count up. I'm not missing this. This is what a lot of traders, right? They don't have these tools, unfortunately. We got them for you. Almost forgot my damn password. It happens. It's amazing how many passwords are just in your... I got a hardware wallet in my brain where I keep them all. Okay, load up here real quick. Let me get on these 0 DTE options on SPY and be prepared for this. So what am I even talking about? If you're watching new for the first time, right? This is volatility ranges, daily, weekly, monthly, and it's distribution levels, Laplace and normal distribution. Those are two different distributions. Normal distribution has standard deviation levels that there is a probability percentage level connected with that. Like first standard deviation, 68.3% probability. The second standard deviation, 95.4% probability. And the third standard deviation is a 99.7% probability. You're going to remember the bell curve and normal distribution from back in school, right? When you were going, when am I ever going to use this in my life? Well, here you go. So Laplace distribution, there is not standard deviation levels. They're just merely probability percentage levels, and they are the same, right? So there's a 68.3% Laplace distribution range, 95.4, 99.7. You can set these probabilities up. I mean, we've got coin flips. You want to see something real cool, start loading up coin flips, right? We're trippy probability levels that are pretty powerful indeed. I know a lot of those, there's a lot of levels built in. Warlord's got his own little indicator. The Warlord, I forget what it's called. Where's he at? Is he in here? He's probably got monkeys on the roof again.
The bands, the Warlord bands?
Yeah, the Warlord bands. Let me see. So anyway, we're always looking before this market opens. Where's the new daily range going to be? So how to find that new daily volatility range? You got to take the previous day's price action into effect. I'm telling you, man, the center of this range is going to be probably right about 411.5 to 412, right in here somewhere. All right. I mean, you did have some quick volatility at the beginning of the day, right? Remember the rejection off the top side of the weekly. We gapped down, then it just fell out, went to the first standard deviation and the bottom of the monthly range, right? Bounced. Where did it go? Right back to this. I talked about it yesterday. Why all this volatility? Look, this is crazy right in here with the monthly and weekly. You're going to see massive moves intraday because of this. Until you break to one side or the other and sustain it, this is a massive magnet. This is a massive magnet for price action. You can see, get outside. No, you're not. Oh, we're going to shoot it to the downside. No, you're not. We're going to go, no, you're not. No, you're not. I mean, all over, right? You're going to get sucked right back into this vortex until there's a breakaway. I don't see it this week on SPY, man. This just going to be nice volatile moves. What do we got? 2 minutes? Let's show the magic. So what am I waiting for? I'm waiting to see where the new daily range is. See if I was right about it. Where the top side, the bottom side, is it a big range? Is it wide? Is it tight? Right? Because that in itself tells you something. When you get a tight daily range, you're going to have trending moves. When you have a wide daily range, chances are you're going to range inside that. right? No trending moves. You're just going to range inside that daily. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And it's coming in hot. What do we got? About 36 seconds. Is that on the 90? Yeah. And I'm going to be interested on this 90 minute to see this volatility. Never looked at the 15. While we're waiting this 30 seconds here. 2400 and the 981 are getting really low. Really low. Yeah, we got a move coming. We got a move coming. Wake up. Let me flip this on SPY. We got a move coming. We love them. We love moves. That's what we live for. All right, market's open. Where's that daily? Show me, baby. What did I say? 411.5. It's dead on it. Hilarious. Well, sometimes you just get good at this shit. So the center of the monthly, top side of the daily, 411. What are we doing? 411 puts, 29 cents. We'll load that up quickly. Boop, boop. Ding. All right. So what am I doing here? So you gapped up running away from this daily range. This level is going to be tested here at some point throughout the day. It doesn't have to right away. You gap up, you're on the top side of the 68.3 Laplace. All right. So this bad boy is going to try to find some support up here for sure. I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. You got the top of the monthly right here. If it wants to run up here to 413, almost 414 area, hey, knock yourself out. Knock yourself out. But yeah, they didn't know Bilbo was down here waiting with these puts. Let's see what happens. It's almost a no-brainer. So this is one of those almost no-brainer trades when the market first opens. Could wait, and why? Why was I not afraid to front run that? Look, you got the top side of the monthly right here. All right, there's a little bit of room. This is great for risk, right? This is great for risk. Because yeah, I threw some risk on there. So if a 15-minute candle were to close above here, guys, you never know in these markets, man. Super volatile. But what did I just say too? This is a magnet for price action, right? So there's a lot of things telling me right now that this data set at some point here, probably within the first hour, I would imagine, is going to come down and test this range. Could be first 15-minute candle. Let's not be honest. Or let's not be honest. Let's be honest. Jesus. I swear I'm honest. Remember that. Like CZ, your funds are safe. Ooh, hey, man, guys, your funds are safe. Hey, guys, guess what? Your funds are safe here. Your funds are definitely not safe there. Okay? If somebody has to just repeats it nonstop, it's literally a freaking meme, right? It's a meme. Binance and CZ, it's a total freaking meme. Your funds are safe. That's a psychological operation, okay? That this is how these things work. You plant that shit in people's head, and all of a sudden, they're sitting there going, yeah, my funds are safe. No, they're not. They're very unsafe, especially last week when they halted BTC withdrawals. I'm telling you, man, these exchanges are scammy. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if any of them are holding the underlying. They're doing exactly what FTX is doing, right? Or was doing. People would, you get a bunch of BTC withdrawals. They got to hold it because they can't market buy enough Bitcoin fast enough to fill the orders. It's sketch, man. It's real sketch. I would not have a dime on there. Now, if I'm intraday trading some crypto, you can do that. It's still dangerous because these things can go belly up anytime, right? Freeze everything. Amen. You've been warned several times. Am I a crypto backer through and through? 100% I am. Decentralized exchanges are the way to go, right? Decentralized exchanges are the way to go. You're literally trading from your wallets. You're not giving your keys to some centralized exchange. Some centralized point of fucking failure happens all the time, right? Don't get caught up in it. Don't be the guy that gets caught up in it. And when people do come and they're just like, this is a scam. This is This is manipulation. I can't believe this. There's no regulation in this stuff. The fact that people trust these exchanges blows my mind. Blows my mind. I've never trusted them. I've always pulled my money back off. You know, there was one time way back allegedly trading on like a exchange called Durabit, right, with options. Got to leave your money on the exchange if you're in these options, if you're in these BTC and ETH options trades, all right? Sketchy. But who was the first exchange to come out and just fucking open the books up and be like, look, we're liquid. We're for real. It was Durabit. Literally the day after, they made a big announcement and said, here you go. Here's all our numbers. Go through them. We're for real. And that was just like, yep, I always kind of knew. Could trust those guys, right? But man, these leveraged exchanges and stuff, Binance, fucking Bybit, whatever. There's a bunch of them, right? We know. Again, you've been warned. When it happens again, I don't want to hear anybody crying. Point them to this video. Go watch Alpha Trading. Quit crying. Okay. Let's see. Let me go over to the chart now. That's right. Oh, no man's land. No man's land. No man's land. Another thing, right? You get outside the power mean band. I mean, guys, these trades don't get any easier. They really don't. They don't get any easier. Even though, look,
These nuts.
these nuts. Now, this is from the pre-market move, right?
Got him.
Jesus. So because of that pre-market move to the top side, right, your volatility is expanding. Everything's positively correlated. All three lengths are expanding. Watch out. Watch out. Let me look at this 90-minute. Yeah, man. Z-score up above the 99% confidence interval. This could be a minute though. Like look at the volatility's low on the
It's
90.
going to go up. It's going to go up, down, or sideways.
Just like Bitcoin. I mean, look, volatility's low on the 90-minute on SPY too. Oh, and you're at the 90-minute reverse Fisher. Yeah, this is definitely when the Fisher is above the power mean band. This is like, man, these things they will just kick price action right in the nuts. Yep. They will kick PA in dizzy balls, in the little trading balls. Nice. Now we got Jaws. Love it. That's the Shark Tank, boys.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the Shark Tank. You jump down in there, you better know what you're doing. Now, when I say that, what am I talking about? I'm talking about scalping the like 3 minute, 1 minute. The algos are on the 30-second, even lower, running thousands of trades. And you guys are using lagging indicators trying to jump in there. That's why. There's one thing YouTube Jimmy has right, telling people, hey, you don't want to trade low time frame volatility. You sure don't. Especially with lagging indicators. Shit's moving them.
But not with their tools.
Yeah, that's why they tell you. Right? Don't do it. Instead, let me show you how to swing trade volatility and use leverage. I hope one day these guys get hammered. Don't think that these regulators aren't putting together a fucking manifesto to just take down all these scam dogs. You know they are. You can't just sit there. That's the thing. Especially, you got a lot of these guys streaming within the United States, and they're teaching people how to use leverage and stuff. Oh, well, they have viewers that are from all around the world. Yeah, majority of them are from in the United States. They're teaching people how to use VPNs. They're teaching people how to use leverage, trading on exchanges that, hey, do I agree with all these regulations, all the shit they throw down on Americans? Absolutely not. It's a free market. We should be able to trade whatever the hell we want. Oh, but we're protecting you as an investor. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're trying to hold us down. You protect the rich, right? Jesus, it's insane. Don't get me fired up about it. Let's see, 411. Oh, nice. Okay, looking good so far. So yeah, considering, 90 minute, you're at the Fisher. We already know it gapped up through. It didn't gap up through the daily range. There's so many things around these charts. So many things. You know what? Was there a div on the 4? Let me check his 4 hour. Pretty clean chart on the 4 hour, right? Look at the, price action has been following the returns on SPY to the T. No imbalance in buy and sell pressure. You had actually, yeah. You had a little bear right here, right? A little higher high. Is it setting up any? Yeah, it's clean though, man. It's a clean chart. It is a clean chart. So what do we got? Volatility on the 4 hour. Schmauer. Let's go to the 33 minute. In here too. No, it's starting to set up it. No, it's not. Yeah, it is from back here. Ooh, a little bit. Actually, it's not. This chart's clean too. And that's the thing too. When you get div eyes, right? When you're always looking for divergence, always double, triple check. Your eyes will play tricks on you, man. Your eyes will play tricks. And anybody that stares at these charts all the time knows what I'm talking about. You will see phantom shit. Always double, triple check what you're seeing. Make sure it's vibing. We go immediately into trend, huh? But look where the bands are. What you gonna do when she says goodbye? People be like, well, in the 15 though, volatility's expanding. It's all positively correlated. Have an outlier to the top side. Yeah, pre-market. That's why all this looks the way it does. That's why it all looks the way it does. No div on these low time frames. No div on these low time frames. Drop even lower. We're trending. Those bands are capping though. Let's see here. All right, let me flip this on. The reason this thing is it's popped up here on the top of the distribution, right? 68.3 Laplace. Trying to find support up here, which you can, but that's why I felt comfortable with that trade, right? Because we got the top of the monthly right here. Top of the monthly right here. Second resistance level on the daily. All right. A lot of stuff going on there. Dixie, what are you doing, big dog? Yep. Tell you what, all the macro volatility, Dixie's above it. Finally.
It's a scam.
Yeah. Finally, the dollar gets back up above all these macro levels of volatility. All this right here. Right? Monthly range, weekly range. Dixie stays up here. And next week, you get this weekly above the monthly, and you're going to be populating dailies up there too. Look out, man. The rebound of the dollar. It's going to wreck these markets. Markets are going to get cruncharooed. Let me see. Get wrecked. Anything jumping out here? Anything sticking out? I'm looking for big numbers. Tesla, not bad. Up 2.7 right out of the gate. Schwab, go fucking fall off a cliff and die somewhere. Thank you very much. All you big banks, you need to fail. Thank you very much. We can't let the big banks fail. Yeah, we can. Just keep on kicking the can down the road. It's insanity what they've done. But they're insane people, right? That's what you get from insane people, insanity. Hey, baby. Yeah, Tesla pretty much leading the way to the top anyway. VIX pulling back, huh?
Yep.
Not for long. Where is that freaking? Oh. What did I not see? No, Tesla, there's the top right there. Boy, that was tricky. I was like, oh, this daily range hasn't been tested. Yeah, it was right at the bottom side. All right, there's the center. Center of the monthly and center of the daily. Same area. And then you got the daily top and the monthly top right here. Yeah, Dixie bounce. I'm telling you, man. Got a lot of support here now for Dixie. For literally months, it's been below these levels, right? And just getting its butt worked. Could be turning around.
Hello, this is ChatGPT.
Well, ChatGPT, can you tell me the price of Bitcoin tomorrow, please? No? Yes.
Yeah, boy.
That's what we got Andy for. Andy's in the future, down under.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, man, those alpha trading guys, man, they nail targets all the time. They don't know we got a time traveler. That's right.
You get signals in all kinds of languages.
All kinds of signals. All kinds of languages. Bravo. So where's a good spot for the dollar here? Man, this thing's just laddering up through all these ranges. First standard deviation's right up here. 102.45 area. Actually, 102.49. Where's the top side of the daily range? Man, this thing is wide. Wide. Oh, it's way up here. Wow. You got a massive freaking range. I mean, it's pushing out top side almost to what the 1, 2, 3, 4, almost to the fourth standard deviation. That is a wide range. What's it to the downside? Yeah, same. So you almost got a 2SD spread on the volatility range on the daily. That is massive. I always look for, I love when they're real tight inside the 1SD. This thing could just go haywire here. But usually when you get a wider range like that, what's it telling you, right? What's it telling you? You're going to just range today. You're just going to range. And a lot of the times it could be in the 68.3 Laplace. Could be in the 1SDs. I mean, that's still a range, right? You have to look at the entropy. See what's happening. We trending? What's going on? But yeah, this daily range on Dixie is telling me this thing's, you're probably not going to get a big trend. And top side of this monthly is a magnet too. Believe me. Indecision right now. What are these minis doing? Let me look at the SPY minis. Or the S&P minis, my bad. Worked its ass to get up above all this. I mean, you got the, just like on SPY, right? You got the top side of the monthly up here at 41.69. Or 41.69. Hippos. Hippos. It sounds like you recorded the warlord saying that. That sounds like his voice. I don't know. Could be. Hippopotamus. Look at the minis daily. Pretty damn tight. Pretty damn tight range. This is the same with the other stuff. I mean, there is a lot of just things going to be flying around in here. Going to be flying around. Back to SPY. There you go. Breakdown. This thing closes a 15-minute candle inside the 68.3 Laplace, right? That's what we're looking for, right? Then busts through this. These resistance levels flip support, all right? So it gapped up through the first one and the top side of the 68.3. But I just showed through all these charts why that is not sustainable. Returns mean revert, even on quick little pre-market moves like this, right? This is why people get wrecked. This is why people get wrecked. That trade traditional TA using patterns, even using they're saying, oh, well, hold on here. They're looking at order flow. They're looking at stuff like that. Guys, volatility creates all this shit people are looking at. That's why you're behind the 8 ball if you're not using volatility. And so volatility, where's it going to push data sets around in the distribution, the volatility ranges, right? The standard deviation of returns is volatility. Yikes. One of the most powerful messages I ever heard from a previous associate who's no longer with us. That's right, with us. We were never with him. I don't know if we all ever realized that. He was with us. We were definitely not with him. You got to be kind, right? And that man is definitely not kind. Let's see here. Come on down. Where are those at now? 37. They're creeping. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Up 8 cents. I'm looking for I'm definitely Where is exactly at 411? Bottom side of 68.3? Yeah. Where am I taking profit? Right here. Top of the weekly. Top of the weekly. That's the action I want. It's all about scalps. Scalps. Filling tiny buckets all day long, every day. Here comes that 9 minute. And that wave trend is right at the top. What I was just talking about. Right at the top. So the wave trend, the reverse wave trend on the 9 minute, 411.76. Top side, what is that? Center of the monthly? Yeah, right in this area. Right in this area. So everybody else is out there giving signals about stuff. I mean, there's a lot of bad signals out there, guys. All right. Then actually this day, this is the first time I've really just came out right at the bat and said, this is happening. I don't usually do that, right? I don't like people to follow, to be honest. Because if you're going to follow me around trading, what's your risk management strategy? Right? Where are you in your head? What are you understanding about all this? There's a lot that goes into this. You got to know when to get out of the trade. You got to know when to take profit. There's a lot. So, hey, man, this guy on YouTube said, yeah, go short. And it's like, dude, I'm fucking scalping intraday options. I'm in the shark pit. Shark Tank. Can't even talk. Had a thunderstorm last night. Beautiful. I got a massive jungle canopy around me. Massive one. Things filling in. All right. Let me go back over here. See what's happened. So even on that 9 minute candle, it just hit the 95.4 Laplace. Right? On that 9 minute candle. So what's it doing? Coming right back up into the 68.3 real quick. It's all probabilities. So people don't realize, like, man, I don't understand what these guys are talking about. It's actually, once you start studying, it's all just probabilities. Just like in life, everything's probabilities. Nothing's ever for sure. Nothing's ever for sure.
I just followed you through that and scalped out. So good. I followed that completely. That was perfect.
Nice. Good.
I'm out though. I can't go any further.
Yeah, that's fine.
Good. Love it.
Let me see here. Are we? Boom. In the chat to Rooney. What's going on in the Alpha Voice chat? Anything? Yeah. Yasha in here banging. Let's see here. Yeah, everybody's going to have a different win rate. Right? And we teach 3 basic things. Don't ever be emotionally attached to any of this. Right? If you're a professional trader, you cannot be emotionally attached to trades. It's your job. What are we doing? Right? Always take your profit. Always limit your loss. That's all you got to do. Pretty simple. And then when you got the VEPS backing you, and you understand what you're looking at, you're reading volatility, you're reading trend and randomness with our entropy indicators, you're learning about real divergence between price action and returns. That's the real divergence everybody should be looking for, right? If you're looking for some sort of divergence in anything, there has to be two opposing forces, right? Doesn't that make sense? So when you have indicators that are built on price, and you're looking for divergence between that indicator built on price, and you're looking for a divergence with price, I'm talking to the smart people out here. Does that make sense? No, of course it doesn't make sense. Price action follows the returns. So when you build indicators, right? Here's our Z-score indicator. Now, I've got use mean of log returns as source. You can turn that off and it's just going to be Z-score price, which, to be honest, there's really no such thing, but that's what you turn this on. Use mean of log returns as source. So now you have a Z-score built on the log returns. We have our returns oscillator, right? People are going to be, what looks like an RSI. You know what? It's built on their returns, not on price. That's the massive difference. And this indicator will show you divergence where 80% of the time RSI won't show the div. What the hell is that? When you're out in the boonies all by yourself, got Bigfoot running around. Jesus, never know what's going on out here. All right, let me see here. So yeah, that's the type of divergence that we teach, right? And it's very, very, very valid. Indeed, it is valid. Because yeah, the markets are just it's just buying and selling. That's why when you see these YouTubers out there and they're complicating all this shit and they're selling you this freaking trading education, freaking it drives me nuts. It drives me nuts because they are literally that they're teaching people bad habits, especially with risk management. That's the first thing. If somebody wants to talk to me, I want to know, okay, tell me how you manage your risk. I'm going to know everything about you within the first couple minutes, you telling me about risk. And then I'm going to be like, well, here, let me see if I can help you out here with risk. That's what people don't understand risk. That's why people keep getting liquidated, right? If you don't understand risk and you're using leverage, good luck. Good luck. If you knew what you were up against, that's why you don't hear anybody out there, hey, guys, do you know the type of algos you're trading against? Yeah. And if you're swing trading volatility, bad idea. They're out there teaching people how to swing trade these markets. Do you think the high frequency trading firms are swing trading these markets? No. They're freaking liquidating people. They're scalping the low time frame volatility and they're running around in the distribution. So when you know where those distribution levels are at, you literally, you're not behind the 8 ball anymore, right? You don't have the cart before the horse. You are the horse. You're dragging the cart. That's right. We got all kinds of new sounds on the board. Yasha's been busy. I love the shark one. That is just epic. What's that sucker at? I like my wolf owl. No, the Shark Tank's great though, man. Nice, bro.
Yeah, I've been last 2 days. I've been using about 5 of them. Have been lining up the exact same time. I mean, and I'm using those and just taking my. I don't even keep it for as long as it can run, but it's been targeting for me the last 2 days almost flawlessly. 5 or 6 of them tied together. They just line up.
Right.
It's amazing.
Yeah, we agree. Trust me. And like we've always said, we say it all the time. If there was a better way to trade, we would be looking for it. 100%. And that's what a lot of us did for years, right? And that's what one of the new guys that's in here, right? He's been going from this to that to this to that. And he got to us and he was like, finally, somebody that actually makes sense, right? And we were talking earlier, though, it's like, look, if you're here to learn, we know who the real, I'm going to go out on a limb. We know who the real MFers are, right? They're talking in the chat. They're asking questions in the Discord. That's how you learn. Because trust me, we're not going to like say we're the greatest ever, but dude, we're going to lay it down to you straight. You're not going to get any BS from us, right? You're going to get tough love too, right? We're going to tell you, you got to study this stuff. Don't expect this just to come to you.
Not only that, you have to accept it, that it's that it's real.
Yeah, I mean, which is hard, right?
Yeah, that's it. That it's real.
Yeah.
Not only study it, but accept it.
Yeah, man. That's that's a key difference between those that learn and make it work for them. That get it to work because they comprehend it, and those that don't, they might study, but they don't want to accept it because they're for whatever reasons twisted in their ways or set in their ways, and they refuse to accept that the math works and the tools work. They're looking for a point of failure that doesn't exist. It's like, all right.
As soon as I added this VRE, unbelievable.
Yeah, man.
Tying it all together.
Oh yeah, it's fun, man. It really is.
Powerful magnets.
Powerful. Indeed. All right, let me go run right up through this. Hilarious. I love it. That little meme's great. Oh, jeez.
2 hours later.
2 hours later. And now, and why do I run my VRE on a 15-minute? I've said this before. You can run it on a 9-minute, a 6-minute, a 3-minute, a 1-minute. Like sometimes when you get a big pile, especially at the start of a week, I'll throw it on a 1 minute just so every minute these levels are populating out, right? Because right now it's hard to see like daily stuff, right? So sometimes, but other than that, I leave it on a 15 because I'm looking for 15-minute candles to close above and below volatility ranges, distribution levels. Now look. Wow, that was interesting. So that 15-minute candle pulled back up above, that resistance level flipped support, right? But I mean, literally 2 seconds before, that thing ran down and closed below it. It almost like went to my target. I wasn't even paying attention.
They had news out just now.
What happened?
Whatever. Well, something was released at 10 o'clock. That's why I did that.
Something was released. Did we have some news coming out today?
The PMI or something.
The PMI?
Something just
The Friday funnies.
The Friday funnies. Nice. What the hell?
with BS indicator.
Should Goldman Sachs active beta U.S. large cap equity ETF be on your investing radar? Anything to do with Goldman Sachs? No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Keep it all for yourself. You can have it all. I'll hang out with the algos down here and just scalp my balls off. Jesus. Here, let me get this set up. I'm close to getting out of this. There you are, you little shit. Dink. Okay. Whoa. That's right. We got hippos in the water. Hippos in the water. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Now we're getting some movement in that freaking the bid ask. What's Bitcoin doing right now? What is the corn doing? I'm afraid to switch. This thing's going to drop on me. There we go. Hold on. Come on, you little shit. I know where you're coming. Go there. They're going to zip a wick right into there. I just know it. Got to be quick.
Watch your profanity.
No, I try. I never cussed till I went in the military. Let me see here. They're making me work for this one.
Oh no!
Oh no is right. Come on. This is leading me to believe this thing.
11s or 12s?
11s.
Yeah. You had them from yesterday, right?
That one from yesterday. Jesus, P-Funk. What the hell? I forgot I even had that position on. I know I'm closing that out right now. Fuck. Sorry. I forgot I even put that on. Okay, I closed. Yeah, I closed that out. Oh, that was nice. Oh, Jesus. That is funny. It's funny. I got in the same damn trade, but I forgot I did. I bought that put yesterday.
That's fine.
It's funny you remembered and I didn't. That's awesome.
By the way, at 10 o'clock, Michigan 5-year inflation expectation.
Yeah. Nonsense.
Yeah.
Them folks in Michigan. They're in trouble now.
And Michiganders.
Mm-hmm. I'll be hiding in the UP. Get me a little log cabin out in the middle of nowhere.
Literally in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, yeah. There's boonies up there, man. Boonies. Come on, man. Give me freaking 20 cents here, dirty little dick dog. Come on. Maybe it needs some help. Girl, what are you doing?
Cheering it along, bro. Cheering it along.
Here, it just needs a, really? It didn't do that for me? What the hell? This thing is lagging like crazy. Oh, there it is. Just took a minute. There we go. Just had to, hey, down here, dummy. Come on. Down here, dummy.
Fill up those buckets of liquidity.
Fill up them buckets. Come on. What's that at right now? 55s? Come on, give me, there you go. Boop, I'm out. 2x. Easy peasy Japanesey. Now people are like, but what if it dumps more? I don't give a crap.
Yeah, you got more capital base to play with now.
Exactly. Okay. I said the first hour.
That's how it's done on a live stream without being a live trade thing.
Yeah.
We can show you the charts.
Took about 35 minutes. 35 minutes to get that little quick scalp. That'll work. Oh, let's see here. That was a quickie. I like them. I like them quick moves. 30-cent pop. Yeah. What's that times 5?
$1.50.
Yeah. Obviously, I was just kidding, but I knew you'd spit out a number for me.
I can give you a wrong number.
Right. There's that wave trend on the 9-minute. There to get dabbled. Beep. Let me look at this 4-hour here. What's this thing got in mind? It's Dixie up 0.16. Yeah, there. That's what I was looking for. Now look at the volatility. Look at the VIX and the CBO intraday. It was just up what, 2.5% of both. Now they're climbing. Now they're climbing. Where's this 4-hour wave trend? 409.89. Make sure that's the right number. 409.73. Damn, man, is this thing dropping all the way? What are the 409s right now? 409s are only 21. Go over here. Where's 409 on the VRE? For bottom side here? Yeah. Bottom side of the monthly. Man, is this thing going to have jack move down here? It could. I mean, look at the data set. One of the first things I talked about today was this is just, you're going to see a lot of volatility around this area. But now it's sitting on top. Yeah.
Get out of my way.
Center of the monthly, center of the weekly, bottom of the weekly, bottom of the monthly. And we got fun. Got the 1 SD down here by the second support level on the daily. Right where? 409. These things are 21 cents. Let me see something real quick.
Get ready.
Little bugger. Look at the returns oscillator. Of course, the returns oscillator just sitting. Look at the volatility on the 90-minute on SPY. 2400's low. Man, I'll tell you what, boy, if that thing expands negative, this thing is going to dump. And like SPY on the 90, right? You went, we showed it right at the beginning. You were just right up there at reverse Fisher. Reverse Fisher's a cap above the freaking power mean band. Did it reject? Yeah. Was that one of the reasons I just front run the shit out of that trade? Yes. I think 28 cents. Closed it out right at 59. Not bad. How many times a day can you do that? That's the thing. It gets real fun. I kind of miss it too, because I'm not trading any crypto, right? So it gets real fun. You start scalping BTC, man. That's when you can get some mad profits real fast scalping. Especially, what are you trading with? I mean, the goal, no leverage trading with one Bitcoin, right? You're getting a dollar for dollar move, man. Bitcoin dump, you're in a $100 scalp, $100. It's beautiful, man. Then you want to raise the stakes a little bit because your bias on scalps to the top side. I don't recommend this to anybody, but right, You use all your account. What if you got 5 Bitcoin and you get $100 scalp? Quick $500 in like 10 minutes. It's that easy. It really is. Meanwhile, YouTube Jimmy's dumbass is out there teaching people how to swing trade this stuff, getting them liquidated left and right, and the exchanges are paying them in Bitcoin to do it. It's a scam, bad. It really is. It really is. Leverage is not for volatility. There's no argument about that. If somebody wants to come and argue, bring it, man. Let's argue about volatility. You think it's a good idea to swing trade it? No, it's not a good idea at all. It's an awful idea. And whoever taught you is an absolute moron. And there's only a few on YouTube that are doing this. They're all following some of the same. It's an echo chamber. It's one big traditional TA. Get you on ramped on the leveraged exchanges. Everybody's like, but this guy's a good trader. You really think that? Show me proof. Why do you think he's a good trader? Because he's putting out YouTube videos saying he's trading? You know how those guys make money? Off you. Off you. You're subscribing to their services. You're buying their shitty indicators. You're buying their educational courses. In one fact, you've got some dude that has no background in psychology teaching trading psychology, which in itself is a scam. So that specific channel has got so many different scams built into it, teaching people. Then the guy wants to come out and start talking about volatility and doesn't even use it correctly. It blows my mind.
Emotional damage.
And this is a guy I've talked to a lot, right? I really got nothing against him. Hey, man, that's what this world's all about. You got to make that bank. I don't really agree in how he's doing it. I trade. Straight up. I trade. Go help out at the family restaurants. How's P-Funk knows that fucking...
Gotta go back tonight.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I gotta go in too. Go help. My brother's having some health issues, so yeah, he's not able to do it. And these are the businesses I sold out of 20 years ago because I don't want to be in the restaurant business. If anybody's in it, you know. Fuck that, man. It's a nightmare. It's a straight nightmare. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, you can make some bank. You can make some bank serving.
You do.
Let's see here. Yeah, I know a guy making about 90 grand a year working part-time at St. Elmo's. Working like 20 hours a week. It's like, whoop! But if you've ever been to St. Elmo's, 2 people, you're not walking out of there under $250. Probably $300 if you're drinking. You take a group of 8. Yeah, man. That's why it's nice. Servers are making bank. Tell you what I hated about Miami, man. They fucking all the tips were included. Every restaurant, which that really pisses me off. Because that's a scam too when they add tips. You know how many people, especially tourists, don't even recognize it, don't even know. And then they tip on top of the tip. Makes me sick. Makes me sick. Well, yeah.
I mean, it'd be nice if restaurants would just pay their servers a living wage so they wouldn't have to rely on scraps like tips.
Yeah.
To be honest.
They're trying to pass that now, but they don't know it. They figured out at my restaurant it would cost them an extra $14,000 an employee annually for them to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Like that, but that's the cost of doing business. But they just don't want to pay it because since the Great Depression, they've been able to get away with the scam of making their servers, get tips, which used to be illegal.
Yeah.
And it's sickening.
Yes, there you see.
The mistreatment of people who work in service is just horrible.
Got that wick right to the center of the monthly and it bounced back up. I'm telling you, man, the bulls are going to be camped right here. Bulls are going to camp right here. So that was an early good scout. So am I sitting on my hands right now? Yeah, 100%. 100%. Got one quick scalp out of it, but this is just now here's the problem right now. You close a 15-minute candle below the center, then the bulls are just gonna ratchet it down right to the center of the weekly. Then they got the bottom side of the 68.3 Laplace. Yeah. And another resistance, or wait a minute, no, that's and the bottom of the daily range. I mean, this is a strong area right here. Bottom side of the 68.3, bottom side of the daily, center of the weekly. It wouldn't surprise me if you did get down below the center of the monthly. But right now, those bull algos are right here waiting. Right here. The bears push it down, they're just going to move down. And there is several levels. They break through here, they're going to go to the bottom of the weekly. Then they're going to go to the bottom of the monthly. You break through here to the downside and say you go to the first support level on the monthly, all this is a magnet. You're probably going to, if it got that low, you're going to bounce. You're going to come screaming right back up in here. That's why it's great. Just looking at price action. That's all this is. That's what's great. I'm not even looking at any other indicators. All this is volatility ranges and distribution levels. When you understand the probabilities, you understand the support and resistance of these volatility ranges. It's a whole new game. It's a whole new game. Beautiful. Nothing lagging here, right? Nothing at all. It's merely every day it pushes out these levels. It's not like the data set and then, okay, well, I'm going to put this line here and then I'm going to put this line here. No. This is just populating the two different distributions in the daily, weekly, and monthly volatility ranges. I'm not saying I don't use this, right? But the main chart here, right? Where are we in the power mean bands? Where's the reverse wave trend? Are we to the downside? Are we to the downside or the top side of those power mean bands? Yeah. When are the returns going to mean revert? Is there divergence building between returns and price action? Right? When is the returns oscillator on that div play? When's it going to cross down the zero mean? Because that's when you get the moves usually, especially the big ones. If this crosses down right here, on bear div, right? You got higher highs, you got lower highs. Right? You got lower highs. This is local right here. Boom, boom, boom. If you're not sure, blow it up so you can really see it. It's just now. Look, it's crossing. Positively correlated. Crossing right now.
But you change the inputs on that one, don't you?
On the RO?
Yeah.
I usually leave it on a really low length, on a 7, but that's because I'm down here really scalping these low time frames. You can run it and if you're looking for div, like on a long-term time series, especially like on a 3 to 6 minute, and you see a bunch of div building, go back to the first point and use your measuring tool, see how many candles back, and then change it to that length and see if all the div is still playing. See if all the div is still set up like that. That's what I usually do. I'm fluid. Isn't that the new word these days? I'm fluid with my returns oscillator. Whatever the fuck. We live in clown world, man. It's insanity. Thank God I never had children. Well, they'd be in their mid-30s by now, probably, but thank God I never had them. But if I did, I probably would have raised them for all this madness. It's rough. I feel for parents, man. I feel for parents out there that have, teenagers, or they're sending their kids to these freaking Marxist camps called colleges. It's a joke. That's all college is now. They're not teaching kids shit. The stupidity is off the charts right now. Now you're gonna have really smart kids. There's no in between. Remember when we were kids? There was across the whole freaking spectrum. Jimmy. I mean, just wide variety. Now, dumb as fuck or smart. There's like no in between. It's insane. And that's, parents teaching their kids work ethic and stuff. We see it in these family restaurants. It's so brutal.
My 900 IQ is quite large.
It's so brutal. The workforces.
Oh no!
They did it. They created all this. That's right. Let's pop over on Yeah, Dixie's running. So what's a 33? This is going to be outside. Let me see this populate real quick. Yeah, look at this nice steady rise of volatility on Dixie. This is beautiful. All three lengths. All three lengths. Trending to the top side. In between the second and third standard deviation band. Setting up what? Hidden bull. Hidden bull. A lot of it too. Here's a point right where it was bouncing off the zero mean. 0.2, 0.3. All right. Look. Lower lows, higher lows. There was a kick of hidden bull. Here's the next kick of hidden bull. You're outside the power mean band. Look at the power mean band. Look at the log MAs. They're flipping up quick. They're going to chase this price action down. They're going to chase this price action down. And when you see that right here, we pretty much had the wave trend test here. Close enough, right? Usually you're going to get a wick right to it. Now this thing could start, this power mean band could chase this down. You could start just coming back and bouncing off the power mean band while the wave trend gets back up into here. It's going to be interesting to see what Dixie does. I mean, it is my dollar. Hate seeing it weak. They destroyed it, though. There's no turning back. You can't reverse what these idiots have done. No way. No way. They can kick the can down the road all they want. It's brutal.
The inevitable will happen.
Mm-hmm. They're just going to gaslight everybody right to the end. Oh, it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Focus on the media trying to separate all you guys, right? This such a fuck, man. This country's so jacked up. I say this all the time. Take your TV and throw it in the garbage. That's how they're programming everybody. It's called programming for a reason.
Yep.
And then add in the flicker rate and all this shit that people don't understand and think it's just some big conspiracy theory.
Beta waves. Literally beta waves.
Totally, man. Frying people's brains. It's sad. All this race shit. I've got friends of every creed, color, freaking religion. People get along. Governments separate the people. And the people that are watching all this news, they're listening to all the rhetoric on the news, trying to separate everybody. Why? Why do you think they're trying to distract us? Because they are the criminals. Look at the shit going on in D.C. This administration. Is the media covering any of it? No. I don't like any politicians. Right? Trump's got his faults. Biden's a total criminal, though. I mean, my God, there's some just whack shit going on in this world. We got corrupt 3-lettered agencies across the board. There's a reason why I live in the middle of nowhere. Man, Dixie's getting some legs, man. Dixie's getting some legs. What's this look like on the 4-hour? Nice 4-hour candle, Mr. Dixie. 2400 expanding, coming out of the dungeon, positively correlated. Low length expanding. It's only at a 72 right now. The 981's expanding. Look at the correlation. It didn't even break to the downside. There, it's positive now. This thing's flying. Trending on the 4-hour. Even the 4-hour power mean band. Yeah, this shit's turning around here, man. Dixie could be going on a rampage. These markets are going to get just jacked. And Bitcoin's going to hit our target. Guarantee that. Here you go, though, on the daily. So, all right, where's Dixie running to? Where's Dixie running to? I mean, look on yesterday's daily candle. That was kind of a no-brainer. Went up, the wave trend pulled back a little bit. All right, open up the new, pull back, boop, above it. Now this thing's running to the 99 log MA in the Fisher. Up here, 102.5 area. You're like, how do you know? Because that's the lid on this thing right now. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. Let me flip this.
Yeah, man, the sharks are in the tank.
Sharks are in the tank. And, of course, where's it going to be? First standard deviation? Let me see. One more time. Where was that? Well, yeah, 102.5 area. 102.5. There you go. First standard deviation. Could that be the high of the day? Just by looking at that daily, over here and seeing the fissure up there. Can you get a wick above here? Yeah, but I'm telling you, when this fissure is above the power mean band, it's going to put a cap on this action. You're not even trending either on the daily. But all the volatility on the daily is expanding, positively correlated, coming out of a hole too. Go dollar.
I just like to take a moment to recognize the power of the RMLR and 30 power mean intersect, which once again on the 4 hour today just kept kicking it.
What are we looking at? SPY? Bitcoin?
4 hour Bitcoin.
Bitcoin 4 hour.
4 hour and daily, because yesterday we had an intersect also. It's just amazing. Those intersects or something else.
Hold on here. Let me scroll this down. And you said the 30. Yeah, we looked at this yesterday, and it was.
Yeah, but I had more of them since yesterday.
Come on, power mean. Populate. Yeah. Yeah, man. Look, cross down. Boop, 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 boop. Win mean reversion. This thing's bouncing off the 2SD band, right? That's where the dollar bounced off of. Guys, look where the RMLR is. And does it have to happen this 4 hour candle? No. What is this on? Oh, yeah, Bitcoin. So 27.6. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah. I think if anything, this thing, maybe this takes a day, goes sideways, rejects. I mean, I'm still looking for this target down there. This weekly wave trend has not been hit. It's $1,000 below where it's sitting right now. But yeah, that does make sense. Where's this? Turn that off and this one on.
It has plenty of room to still run down to a 3SD band. It could go 25.8. It could go down 25.4, and within a few candles, well, 25.4. At 25.4 now, it can go down to, you know, lower numbers than that by end of the day or tomorrow.
Yeah, the predictor on the day.
I mean, the point is those RMLR intersects. Man, there's something else.
Yeah.
And on the daily, I mean, dude, yesterday we had that nice intersect on the daily, and it had that nice little move to the downside. Continued today.
Yeah, boom, right here, bam, and it just said do 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 do. Yep. And that's the low length. Let me turn on the 30. Where's the 30 at? Oh, it's up above. Yeah, it's the low length. It's all good. It's the low length.
It had room to run down to a 3SD also, man. Some significant room, like down to, we're talking 24.5, even 23.5 if it goes down and touches them today.
Yeah, 2SD bands like 25.
Yeah, and 3s down in the 24s and stuff. So it's like, yeah, it doesn't have to, but it could easily go down there. And if it does, that's also a great place to look for the next mean reversion.
Interesting.
So, meanwhile, it's making a very nice move since that intersect. I mean, whatever, I don't trade daily, but like the daily TF, obviously, because it's too high. But there's a good indication of the bigger picture that's happening. And for anybody who does want to trade the daily, well, there's how you do it. Still wouldn't recommend it, but there's how you do it.
Dixie's running. Dixie's a running. What's this look like on the 5-day?
You know how to read the RMLR and the projection bosses, right? You can literally see into the
Oh, yeah, man.
And it's like, people are like, well, you can't really say that you accurately see in the future. No, I actually can. I actually can predict the future with those tools.
Yeah.
That is the whole point of those tools. We actually can. And how do we do that? Well, it's the magic of our math geniuses, our coding geniuses figured out how to make an indicator that we found a way to see something about the future.
Yeah, Dixie looks like, look at this bull div right here. Look at this bull div on Dixie. Well, here's the wave trend. Look, this power mean band's flipping bearish. Do I think all of a sudden Dixie's going to find strength? It's bouncing right now. Going up to test this wave trend. This thing is weak as shit. So 103.7 area. It's kind of this wave trend. Look, all the fissures are up on the 5-day. Bull div. Low length volatility is expanding, positively correlated. The other two are negative. So that's telling me right there. Look, this thing's got a cap right here. Hell, it could reject off this 9 log MA. They're both together, the 9 and the 33. Here's the 99 down here. Fisher crossed it up. Another reason why this thing's popping back up there. But just like when the Fisher's to the top side or to the downside, right? There's a level down here. It kicked it up. Up here, it'll reject it. Man, this tea went through me like a... I gotta go take a leak. I'll be right back. Yasha, you can do your shameless plug.
Well, I will, but first, before I even do that, I just really looking at your chart and seeing some very nice movements there, frankly, on the Entropy. There's some random walk there on this time frame you see here. Looking good, man. Looking good for me for setups. Definitely shark territory. I mean, 5-day, sure, it's a long time frame. I don't trade 5-day, but I definitely look at 5-day when we're looking at traditional assets overall, because that's the trading week. You look at most assets.
Hey, question.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I was away from my phone for a minute, and I was wondering if you could run that RMLR that you just did. Maybe when he gets back.
I'll post a screenshot of it in the chat.
Okay, great.
Yeah, let me put the first. I'll put the daily one in there, in the what do you call it? The chat of the live stream. Post it in there. There you go. Daily BTC ETF. All right, and then I'll post the 4-hour as well, so you can see that. Man, that's a piece of work. So nice. 4-hour ETF, dude. I mean, if you look at the daily first, you can see there that the daily candle yesterday had an intersect with that power mean, that blue pink curvy kind of line, you know what it is, and the lower RMLR there, 3012, and obviously within 0 to 4 candles we typically have a move, and what move did it have? It had a move on the zero. Oh, sorry, it was the 1110 candle RMLR. It had a move on the 0 candle, which happens. That's why I say 0 to 4 candles, and it continued obviously into today. So it's a nice movement. And again, I always say relative to the time frame that you're on. So on a daily time frame, yesterday was like 2.3%, 2.5%, depending on how much you got out of the whole move, including the wick or whatever. It was more than almost 3.5% down. And today, if you caught the moves down as well, that was another 3, almost 4% down. If you went wick to wick and stuff like that. So we're talking like, 7% move in 2 days. No leverage, just 7% down Bitcoin on the daily candle, which again, very high time frame. I wouldn't trade it. You're gonna fix all your scalps in that. But on slightly lower time frame, down in the 4-hour, to switch to that chart, you can see all day yesterday, from like the middle of the day, we started having intersections between the power mean and the 30 power mean and the 3012 RMLR, and there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we're having a 6th intersect, which means like the whole day was freaking intersecting back and forth, zigzagging very tight, and that's likely to see a nice range of motion that we've already seen since then. Like on the 4-hour time frame, these candles are going almost 0.5%, 1.5%, 2%, and that's not even including wick to wick. So you got easily 2% moves or 1% moves on 4-hour candles, which is great if you have a good position, and you don't need leverage, obviously, if you know what you're doing. And if you run limit orders in and out, and you have, if you're on an exchange that has 0 trading fees, you don't need leverage. You don't need, if you can avoid trading fees by doing limit runs, by using special offers or whatever. If they give you like 0 trading fees, take those moves and no leverage. You're making multiple percentages of profit relatively. I don't want to say easy, but as easy as we can think of.
Right.
Tools available to retail traders. Like, you're not going to find these kind of tools available just everywhere you look, obviously, but we do have them on TradingView, so they are available on the world's most popular charting site. So Just got to come into our Discord and start getting set up with them. Speaking of which, it is Friday, and that means nothing except for the fact that it's just another day you can come into our Discord and request your free access to the Volatility Starter Kit. And if you want, after you learn the basics of trading the volatility and probability and statistics, then you can up your game and try out our 2 free-week trial of our premium indicators. We'll give you like access to basically a bunch of them, most of them you see on these live streams. And you can get a handle on how to trade with our really premium indicators after you've already learned the basics. And to learn the basics and everything else, we've got all kinds of information, videos, and documentation that we've made over the years, and it's available on our Discord or on our YouTube channels, et cetera, et cetera. Come on in. We're a friendly bunch of traders. We like to help people learn a better way to trade. You know, I actually work. I do other stuff, right? I mean, I trade a bunch of stuff, but I work. I've been running marketing businesses my whole life, so you know I've always been busy doing other stuff. And I came into trading, you know, very late in the game, relatively to a lot of people that come into the game. But you know, it's like I've always been busy doing other stuff, marketing something or whatever. And this is something that I do essentially when I have time. And that's why I like to scalp the 1 minute, because the 1 minute lets me scalp quickly when I'm between calls or when I'm between lunch breaks, or, you know, on a lunch break, or when I'm, you know, taking care of family stuff or whatever, and I'm constantly being distracted by other things. 1 minute time frame, I get in, I get out before the next distraction happens. I got my trade done, or my trade's done, and I go on to my next thing, and then I come back later and I scalp the next thing if I have, you know, a moment to focus that I'm not already focused on the work, which is my, you know, I do that. I work. I do marketing stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's,
for me, I'm gonna get myself as comfortable as you guys are, because how, you know, is Bilbo, I mean, how comfortable he is with just, I mean, it's like that's some amazing stuff to just be like that comfortable.
Yeah, I mean,
with everything.
We look at these charts constantly, so you know you get the hang of it after a while.
Yeah.
And when you explain it, it's not just we look at the charts. We look at the charts. A lot of people look at the charts, but we explain how to use it to a bunch of people. You know, we've done that a lot over the years. When you explain something, you try to teach them. You have to understand it. You have to comprehend it to a degree that you can communicate how to use it, right? And when it's something like a tool or a system for trading, which is a way of making money or losing money, you have to be damn sure that you're communicating it well, because otherwise you can be setting up people to get wrecked, and that's not what we're here for, right? We're here to literally teach people a better way to trade. And the best way to learn a better way to trade is to learn from having an inquisitive mind and wanting to put in the time and effort to learn, and also having a good, you know, friend or coach or teacher or whatever who can show you this information. And we're just like, you know, people in the Discord hanging out, sharing what we know that we've learned over the years, and you know, showing how to use our tools, which we literally built for trading. We didn't build them just to make pretty charts. We didn't build them to pontificate all day and not take actions. That's not the point of trading, right? The point of trading is to.
Yeah, I'm just now starting to actually see it, you know, where I could, you know, see through.
Yeah, it comes to everybody. I mean, first of all, you've only been at this like a month and a half, or 2 months or something. So
yeah, but a month. I just crossed over 5 weeks.
Yeah, so I mean that's still a very short amount of time, but you already have demonstrated that you get the hang of what it means to put in the effort to actually learn it and ask questions, and not just sit there like a bump on a log and wonder why you don't understand something that's frankly counterintuitive. Because people's minds we've all been, especially if we've done traditional TA stuff, we've all been poisoned by that. And we need to unpoison ourselves. We need to detox ourselves from that stuff.
Yeah, 100% on that. I can tell you that. I think that's what I'm going through, is kind of detoxing from just breaking myself away, because I still have a tendency, you know, to draw lines in my head almost. And I don't even look at that anymore. I don't even do it at all. But still,
and the longer you've been doing it, the longer it can feel like it takes to get away from it. But also, the longer you've been doing it, the longer you understand how much that other stuff doesn't work. So in a way, it's easier to break away and be like, all right, I'm making a shift here. I'm making a conscious shift because all right, you can try this and okay, and then what if it doesn't work for you? Okay, well, if you're really a statistical outlier and you put in the effort and it somehow doesn't work for you, and you find that you're better with the other stuff, okay, great. You can always go back to that, especially if you have a lot of experience. But the statistics show that what 0.5% of traditional TA traders consistently are profitable, and the rest of them get liquidated at some point, and usually it's within 90 days. And with leverage, it's even less. And that's why the exchanges are happy to give out insane leverage rates, because they're just cycling through as much liquidity as they can. They don't care. So yeah, man, it is totally a mind shift, or what you call it. Like you said, of like it's you still see the lines in your head and stuff. Trust me, it takes a little while for that to go away, but it will go away. Just keep at it, with these things. And then you look at them, and like you said, you already recognizing certain things, like just like that, being able to read it. That just comes more with the more practice. Within a few months, probably you'll already be just cruising right along. Maybe a half a year, maybe a year. Depends on the person, But even so, as long as you get the fundamentals and it's working for you, just keep practicing and winning, and then eventually it's like, well, as long as it's working for you.
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing is that controlling your loss. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Let it go.
Yeah, man, that's a huge lesson. That's so true. That is a huge lesson. Knowing how to let go, knowing how to handle letting go without getting crushed by it. It's just a trade.
You can example that this morning, and fundamentally that trade that I was in never had a chance. I mean, it never even got close to me being in a loss. But still, I'm still a little bit new to all of it, to where I still have questions, so I take profit, even earlier. But there was a comfort level in the way he was approaching it that's what I want to achieve.
That just comes with practice. And again, I say this out loud. Like everybody has their own way of finding how to do that, how to life hack mastering something faster, but you still have to put in the time. So it just comes with time. I found for me, there's a few ways that I like to do it to help me learn this stuff quickly. First of all, writing it down. For me, researching like crazy on my own and writing it down and making like an authoritative guide, I found that to be helpful. That's not for everybody. There's other ways to do it. Some people like to talk out loud while they're doing it. I like to talk out loud when I'm doing it too, because it helps me. It helps me to verbalize it, and then it's like I'm programming neurons in my brain, literally programming my muscle memory to remember the stuff that I'm saying and doing. And I don't have to journal anything. I don't have to do any of that stuff. If I want to look at my, results or anything like that, I just go look at my exchange logs and see what I did when I did it, and that's enough. If I have all the trading information there, that's all I need to know. Was I right or wrong? Do I have to remember every single time, every single strategy I use? No, because I don't actually have to use quote unquote strategy. All I have to look is for confirmations of certain indicators. And when there's 3, there's usually more than 3. So there are strategies you can use, and we even define some of them, but all those strategies are really just ways of making sure you're reading the indicators correctly. And when the returns are doing something and the price action is following as it normally should, then you didn't even really need a strategy for it. You just needed to read those indicators, and they showed you this is the time to take the trade. But some things we call strategies because it makes people feel comfortable. They're really not strategies. It's just like, are you reading the VEPS properly? Is this a good entry and is this a good exit? And that's based on your goals, your targets, your context. Because you might take trades, you might front run trades, and everybody else is like, nah, I want to wait for a bigger move. Okay, but meanwhile, you're getting the profit on all these little moves up and down, while people are just sitting back waiting for nothing. And you're getting trending moves in and out, or random walk moves in and out, and not waiting for book this. Basically, you could, but if you want to catch a lot of little trades, you don't need to, and you just wait for the occurrence of opportunity on whatever time frame you happen to be comfortable on. So hopefully that's as low as possible if you want to make a lot of trades in a day. Because again, I am a firm believer that what matters if you want to be consistently profitable as a trader is filling up those little buckets.
Hilarious.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
If you want to spend the Shark Tank, it's open. It's definitely open. Just be careful what you're doing. Keep those fingers fast and fresh and those eyes on the screen when you're in a trade. Don't walk away. Don't even take a bathroom break if you're in an open trade, frankly. Not when you're trading a volatile asset. You want to trade soybean futures or, you know, whatever random currencies are relatively stable and not the top tier and they'll basically not move very much. Go right ahead, man. Like, you can take a bathroom break. It's probably going to be fine. But I still wouldn't do it because there are times when even things that seem relatively stable will have a moment, and some geometric Brownian motion will come up and sneak on you, from behind. And next thing you know, Shark Tank gets you, and you just end up being deadbeat, So keep the eyes.
Yeah, I've been looking at the Qs, and there's 0 days also, right? The Qs.
Yeah.
And they have 0 days. I noticed that it seems like the Qs there's a little more consistency in the way it moves. Just compared to SPY. SPY has
because consider how many more people have to trade the Qs versus SPY around the world. Right? The U.S. is an important market, but it's only like 5% of the world population, and most people who want to trade SPY are not in the U.S. That's why they trade the Qs.
Let's see.
Yeah. What I mean,
So
what is
actually more? There's more volume.
Well, I mean, there's usually decent liquidity on it because you have a global market trading an asset which is a derivative of a U.S.-based asset, which is an index of the market. So anybody and everybody, including in the U.S. and overseas, can trade on the Qs. But a lot of markets overseas don't offer U.S.-based assets, right? They can't, they don't have access to it or whatever. So you can only trade the clone of it or the derivative of it.
Yeah.
Which is the Q.
Like there's advantages trading traditional, being in the U.S. citizen, but when it comes to crypto, Jesus, they cuck us duct tape us and throw us in the closet.
Yeah, I mean, there's some places in the U.S. that are better than others, but generally speaking, because there's no federal regulation, it's just hard. Best place is Puerto Rico right now, really.
Yeah.
It's not a state. It's Puerto Rico and like Guam.
Let's go. I can hang out in Puerto Rico. I love me some Latina women. There's no doubt about it.
Hours later.
Yeah, you're looking at the chart almost 2 hours in.
Charts. And so here's the dollar. Dixie's up at the first standard deviation. You got the SPY data set. Just sent a wick to the bottom of the daily right there. Right? You're staying above the center of the weekly. This is going to be in it. You get a rejection here on the dollar, you're probably going to see SPY back up at the top side of the 68.3. I mean, this will be in unison too. You get the dollar data set on the 1SD back down to the top side of the 68.3. You probably get a pump up to the top side of the 68.3 on the data set of SPY. This is going to be interesting right here because what time frame was that? Where was that? Was that the 90-minute? Had a little cap on this sucker. Give me a sec here. Let this thing populate. Can't remember what time frame it was. I
should put the low rider one on there.
Populate. There we go. No, that wasn't it. What was it? 45? Was it the 4 hour? Was it the 4 hour? Or no. It was the daily. It was the daily, wasn't it? Come on, you little shit.
2 hours later.
Dog's looking at me like I'm crazy. Yeah, right? Remember, you got the Fisher. You got the Fisher and the 99 log MA up here on the daily. Interesting. Yeah, this is going to be crazy right here. See what happens. But probabilities are, at least by the end of the day, 68.3% chance the dollar is going to close inside this blue cross line. That is the first standard deviation on the top side. When it comes to 4 hour, there was the one as, wait a minute. No. 1, 2. There's the third standard deviation. So you're above the 2SD on this. There's a 95.4% chance by this 4 hour candle close on Dixie, you're going to pull back inside this level. Oh, they're trying. They're trying to get me. 413s. What are the get back? Fuck, I flipped on triple Qs real quick. But yeah, no. Triple Qs in a 0 DTEs. Yeah, man. Jump on them. Good stuff, too. The expected move on SPY to the top side today was 413. 413s right now are 33 cents. Where's 413 at? Top side of the monthly? No, probably 68.3. Yeah. Yep. First resistance level on the daily, just right on top of it. I'm not interested right now. Man, this is tricky. This is tricky right here. I'm just saying the dollar's pushing to an area on the daily where this thing is gonna get capped probably, and it's real close to it. It's literally right here. What is that? 2SD. Third. That's a third standard deviation on the 4 hour candle. All right, it's right there. That is literally right where that Fisher's at. In the 99 log MA, 102.5 area. Right now, 102.5. Sounds like a radio station. It's right on top, man. 0.03% chance on this 4 hour candle that the dollar index closes above that level. And remember, during the 4 hour candle, 95.4% chance it pulls back to here. That's why I'm even entertaining calls. That's why I would even be entertaining them. It's all probabilities. You got to go with them. This is like HudSpy said earlier, like watching, that it looks so easy. And I just trust this stuff. I just trust it. Really do. It's not like I definitely don't have a magic ball.
I was commenting on the comfort level that you've built into your psyche, your comfort level of how you look at all of it, coordinated, just like talking about it right now. Yeah. It's not a thing. No. It's just what it is.
Exactly. It is what it is, man. And it's like, and I'm very comfortable talking about it because I know if the volatility, because that's what people need to realize. Volatility is very, very volatile and the correlation can break. So I'm very confident and comfortable when I'm trading because I know if that correlation breaks and the trade goes against me, I'm just going to get out of it. I'm not even worried about it. See, people are just like, oh shit, where was my stop loss at? Okay, I'm good. That never even comes into my head. It's like, look, this trade turns against me. The stop loss is in my head. I'm just going to get the hell out of the trade. I'm not going to take a chance for this volatility to jack me up, especially intraday. Now I'm talking about buying like, what was that premium? So what I buy there? 120 bucks in premium on that trade earlier. Yeah. It's nothing. It's a piss in the bucket, right? But I'm going to be pissed if I lose more than about 20 bucks of that. That's why I'm going to get the hell out of the trade super fast. I'm not going to lose all that premium. So when you have that confidence where you're not going to take a massive loss because it's just part of your edge, the biggest part, that's how you really start jacking the P&L, is where you're consistently taking profits and you're limiting the losses. It's a no-brainer. What's going to happen to your P&L? It's going to go straight up. Straight up. It's good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, that makes total sense. It's been pretty consistent for me over the last couple weeks. Just not reading into it. It is what it is. It's not like there's nothing here that you draw. There's nothing. It's strictly on the data, and it tells the entire story. And right, if you're wrong, that for me has to be, my number one priority always is to, you just limit the loss. It's not a big deal.
No. Nope.
And it is a big deal if you sit through it.
Oh, dude. All right.
I have plenty of experience at that.
We all do. It's not like I was hatched this way. That's for damn sure. I was definitely taught wrong in the beginning. Right? Definitely learned bad habits, and a lot of it had to do with risk management. Because what are all these just dum-dums out here teaching people? Exactly the opposite of what we teach people. It's insane. Well, this is where you put your stop loss, right? Now you got to go ahead, right? Just at the beginning. So where are you going to be taking your profit at? Put that take profit in, put that stop loss. Look at the range. Oh, look at all. It's just the craziest shit, man. It really is. Where it's like, look, monitor your trades. See, they're telling people to do this because they're swing trading. But here's the problem. You get into a position and then you put a stop loss down like below a data set somewhere or you're going to lose a lot of money, man. Some people might use real tight stops. You're just going to be getting knocked out of positions left and right. Where if you had the VEPS and you understood the distribution and the volatility and the entropy, is it trending? Is it in a random walk? You're going to get good entries. You don't have to worry about. Now all you're worrying about is taking your profit. And you're not going to put an order in to take it. You're going to wait until the move starts. You're going to front run a distribution level, or you're going to front run a volatility range. And right when the move is happening, when the volatility's got a hold of it. Because just like there's algos searching the platform for stop losses, there's one looking for take profits. That's why a lot of people, man, that thing missed my take profit by $50 and dumped and then went down and hit my stop loss. That's because you and every Joe Dick out there is putting take profits at fucking data sets and stuff like that. They're drawing trend lines across data sets. That means zip in these random markets. They're random most of the time. Oh boy, it blows my mind. But we all did this at one point. That's why when you cross the bridge and you realize, oh shit, man. First thing you realize is like, damn, is this thing really a scam? Could this whole industry be a scam to just use retail traders as liquidity? There's a reason why they call you dumb money. There's a reason. It's not because you're smart. It's because you're just giving money away, giving it away to the algos. Getting knocked out of positions because you're using tight stop losses, or losing a ton of money because you're putting a stop loss down by the ATR. All right, it's not like I don't know fucking traditional TA. I know it better than people that trade it. Probably. I've used it all. I searched that entire shit show trying to find a good system to trade with. And if everybody remembers way back in the day, I probably had one of the best. It was so good. The same guy that teaches a psychology class literally stole it. Stole my system and sold it. It's just, you can't make this shit up, man. You can't make this shit up. But anyway, it was all bullshit anyway, right? It's all bullshit in the end. You can have it. People, I don't even think he sold very much. I think people in there recognized. They were just like, all he did is he took my strat and put bells and whistles and shit, changed colors. It was the same damn thing. And I trolled him one day, like I didn't know what was going on. I think it was even under, I had another Discord ID, and so I'm asking him, I'm like, well, can you tell me the lengths you're using? Because if everybody remembers, I was using two different EMAs, the 21 and the 33. All numbers. I even used my number philosophy way back when. That's probably one of the only reasons why I made a little money. But those crosses with Bollinger Bands it was a powerful little strat. The only reason why it was powerful is because I took my profit. I took my profit all the time. I ran that chart on the 15-minute. And when you would have that cross, you could get in the trade. I would take my profit at the first Bollinger Band. All right, at the first Bollinger Band. So it was an easy system. So easy, you stole it, started selling it. But a lot of people, I didn't think buy it. They're like, oh, this looks pretty familiar. Because when I was trolling them that day, I was like, so what lengths are you using here? I mean, what is this all about? He's like, well, I really don't want to say. Because it was one of those things where in the inputs, all you could do is change the colors. It was built hard coded in. You couldn't change any of the lengths. So then he finally tells me it's the 21 and the 33. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Boy, that seems good. And right there, I was like, this guy stole my strat. What a jackass. Oh, well. Because I was in that chat nonstop. Oh, look, boom, boom, always showing it. I mean, the nerve of people, man. The absolute. You heard it here first. So, yeah, this is wow. Just got the new 4-hour candle. Just got the new 4-hour candle. So that thing ran up to the 99.7, closed below it. There was a 99.7% chance it would. Now, hey, it's a free ball game now. It's a new 4-hour candle. And you literally just closed above the 1SD on the daily. You got to go over here, though. The daily on SPY. Boom. It just nailed it. Let's blow this up, see how close it did get. Oh, it's still got a little room to run. Just a little bit. Not much. Would I be surprised if this jumped up above here and started running? Yeah. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if this was all flipping bullish right now. If this was a real tight band and it was all flipping blue, I'd be like, you know what? This can definitely climb up above here. Right now, though, look, the power mean band dipped down below the reverse Fisher and the 99 log MA. This is resistance of the best kind. You got log, return, moving average, and the reverse Fisher. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. And right here, you were looking for a massive rejection to probably come back down to the 33. Boy, it didn't. It pulled back to that length of power mean and just rocket shipped right to here. Not even trending, though, too. Not even trending. Gonna get interesting. Let me look at this VRE. How's this thing gonna freaking play out? SPY. Just looking at that, and knowing right up here at the top side of the 68.3 is 413, so 32 cents, huh? These nuts. Let me go to let me go SPY on the 9-minute. Is this thing setting up some bull div? Yeah, it is. What about the 15? No. But it is setting up some hidden bull. Little hidden bull from, just weak. I'm not even going to say hidden. I mean, it's weak. Got some weak bull div, though. I don't like to play weak divergences. You can, though. But look, returns oscillator hasn't crossed the zero mean yet. And this up move right here, look, it's negatively correlated. That's telling you, look, the returns have turned up, right? Returns are making its way back to the zero mean. Price action is not correlated with it. So price actions are probably not going to rise. When will it? We'll see if that correlation changes when it crosses the zero mean. But all the Fishers are down. If anything, I can see it reject off the zero mean. Total random price action. Contracting volatility, all positively correlated. I mean, this thing's got everything going against it for this thing to bust back up. Is what you're going to need to see is that dollar reject. Get back inside. Now it's closed 15-minute candle back inside the 1SD. And I even talked earlier, is this thing going to make its way all the way down to the bottom of the monthly? I mean, these bulls are just ratcheting down. Look, they tried to hold the line up here. Wasn't having it. They tried to hold the line here. They are so far, right? They're kicking these wicks back up out of the center of the weekly. If it breaks to the bottom side of the 68.3, you got a couple more levels here, all right, that they're gonna shore up, try to patch the holes in the boat because it's sinking. Then you got the 1SD right at the second support level. So yeah, this is one of those things where could you front run this? I mean, on low time frames, you hit the 9-minute. the thing is building bull div, right? It's right there. You did cross a zero mean, but I mean, now you're below Fisher and wave trend. This is tough. This is just going to be tough for SPY to make it to the top side, but dude, it can. And look at the top of the power mean band, 412.5 area. When in all reality, if it were to bust through here and make its way up, this return, it's just going to set up probably hidden bear. Going into the last trading day too. Not going into it. We're on the last trading day of the week. I mean, if I was going to front run that, it would have been down here. This is, though, you got a new 4-hour candle and you closed right at the 99.7 Laplace distribution range. That's just, and this distribution level on the daily, you can find support there. There's a 68.3% chance the dollar data set closes inside here, right? But I mean, that's still a pretty high probability it doesn't, right? That's why I love the 95.4 and the 99.7. You get moves like that. Like, I'm surprised it closed up here, but that leads me to believe this thing's not done. That this thing is not done. So we go over here. See, throw this back on the dollar. The daily. Oh, that was set. Whoa.
That was the dollar on the 15-minute?
Yes, that was the dollar on the 15. Now here's a dollar on the 9, setting up some bear div, crossing the zero mean right now. Yeah, man, that thing could have topped out. Look, the trend, the entropy's starting to turn back up. It's still trending. Where's a wave trend down here? The dollar 102.
Yeah.
Damn, man. If I was going to do it, I would have already pulled the trigger though. Because what are they now? It was 413. So yeah, man, dude, they went up 12, 13 cents just in that tiny little move. Could have got them. Could have got those babies at like, fuck, it was like 22. Dude, they're more than that. Damn, they almost doubled that fast. They were literally, I think, 21 cents or at 40 now. Just with this little bounce off the center of the weekly. Just off that little bounce. Yeah. That's how fast this stuff happens. That's how fast this stuff happens. And it's hard. If I wouldn't be streaming, probably would have got in that trade. Probably would have got in that trade. I mean, I was already, you heard me talking about it. Yes, the Shark Tank. It's fun down there, man. We always use this illustration like where, you know, those algos, you jump down there in the low time frame, Shark Tank, that's where you're down there scalping. They're big, gigantic, mechanical, great white sharks, right? And then we're down there, the volatility traders, flesh and blood, big, great white swimming. The algos see you and they're like, you get it. Okay, all right, there's not a lot of you. We'll let you hang out with us. That's what happens. Like, oh shit, look, we got some smart folks. That's all we're doing. We're trying to recognize what the algorithms are doing on the low time frames. That's what the VEPS is all about. Now we're just jumping on their coattails and running profit. It's simple. After a while, it gets really simple. I mean, just think, if you scalp two intraday, like puts or calls or whatever, 2 moves a day, right? It's more than most people make in a day. It's easy money. It really is. It gets to become easy money. At first, though, yeah, it's rough. It can be tough. What is 11:08? Yeah, we got to wrap this up. We can continue with questions in the Discord and stuff. I'll let the time get away from me. Guys, appreciate all your support in the Discord, right? We're getting new members every day, which is the key. We're trying to get one trader at a time to see this, right? We're not going after a ton of people. And we say it all the time. Look, we really don't care. We don't care if you come. When YouTube Jimmy's out there pretty much just begging, look, I got the best trading system in the world and blah, 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 blah. Look, the education's really cheap and we don't care. We don't care if you come or not. Because if you're trading traditional TA, and especially if you're trading low time frames, you're on the other side of our trades. Why would we try to help? You are our liquidity. But we got sick and tired of seeing people lose the money trading when they don't need to be. Right? You just got to know where these levels are at. So TradingView, if you're watching on TradingView, hit the rocket icon so we can get this information out to more traders. They definitely need it in their life. Even if they just want to come by and say hi, right? He says, are you in a motorhome? I'm in a 40-foot fifth wheel. I have not built on I bought 12 acres, nice property. Already had a hunting cabin, brand new pole barn. So I'm waiting to build probably next spring. Just trying to do it right. I don't know exactly what I want. But yeah, when I sold my place out west, I bought a 40-foot fifth wheel, traveled around a little bit, hung out in the Tahoe Basin here and there and everywhere. But always wanted to come back home, be around where mom's getting old. She'll be 75. Lost dad about 4 years ago, so yeah, she's got to keep an eye on mama bear. So yes, I am in, as you say, a motorhome. There's no motor on it, but it is my home for the moment. Yeah, I got a nice big hunting cabin, pole barn, woods, 12 acres. I'm happy. And the whole thing, I haven't built here yet because I've always been I try to plant roots. I always do, and I just get anxious. I'm that guy. I mean, I like to just sell everything and buy a big deluxe Mercedes travel van, solar, diesel generator, all that good stuff, man. So I don't even know what the hell I'm doing right now. That's why I'm still in the fifth wheel. And that's probably, it's the anxiety of not knowing if this is where I want to stay for sure. Probably why I didn't build this year. But I'm not jumping on it now. Sometimes. You're funny. But yeah, guys, we're going to wrap this thing up. We will be back. Now, if crypto, you know what? I don't think it's going to happen. We're really close to the bottom, I'm telling you. I mean, it could go lower, Bitcoin. I see dollar. Dollar just had a nice bounce to get back up to that daily level that I was just talking about, that we showed. It's right. It's getting capped by that Fisher and that 99 log MA. So does the dollar reject here? 9 out of 10 times, that's exactly what's going to happen. But hey, this is the markets. This is volatility. It's very volatile. That's why we scalp low time frame stuff. None of this matters. This is all just, people love to see, right, macro time frames. What does this guy think? What's his bias? Should I go long or short? I'm swing trading. You learn really quick when you come in here. I don't know if I can use any of this information. Yeah, well, you can if you're trading low time frames. All this and down, all this all the way down to a 15, it's just a workflow to get your intraday bias for scalping. And when I say intraday bias, risk. About risk. There's so many people out there. It doesn't matter what's going on. They're like hammering down with leverage and shit. They have no clue about risk, right? Risk is very important. Like if my bias is the top side, risk on. I'm using all my account, no leverage. If I have 5 Bitcoins, I'm trading with all 5 of them. If I'm counter trading that, I'm probably only trading with 1 Bitcoin. So think about it. It's risky enough counter trading my bias, but there's always breaks in correlation. There is counter trades to what your bias is going to be. Take the risk off. That's all you have to do. And then think about it. If you're taking off the risk that way, and you're going to limit your loss if the trade turns against you, God, you barely lost anything. Because if you're trading like right now, $130,000 approximately, if you're trading with 5 Bitcoins, bro, you better be monitoring your trade because you can lose money. Oh, you can lose money real fast. $100 Bitcoin move, you're already 500 underwater. All right. $200 move, you're 1,000 underwater. This is why if I'm trading on a low time frame, if I'm on the 3-minute and a 3-minute candle closes below or above my entry, I'm out. How simple is that? It's the hardest thing to do though. But once you start doing it, and then the way it makes you feel better about getting out of a losing trade than you do winning a trade. People that have been doing this for a while know exactly what I'm talking about because you have the confidence. You know, this, I can't lose. They're not going to take money from me. Right? Yeah, man. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. So all that being said, I'm going to leave you with that to chew on over the weekend. We'll be back Monday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, wherever you live at on this big, beautiful blue marble. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. Alpha Trading out. Let's bang the soundboard for everybody. What we got here? That's right. Oh.
You are not getting money back. Get out of my way.
Hello, this is GPT.
Happy weekend.
Later, guys. Oh, hey, cutie. Hi. How are you?
I'm doing great.
We'll see you Monday morning, okay?
Okay.
All right, babe. Bye.
I'm talking to you.